The following program was paid for by Latino Cleveland.
This program was made possible by Global Cleveland, supporting the growth of Northeast Ohio's Hispanic community.
Este programa es hecho gracias a Global Cleveland, respaldando el crecimiento de la comunidad hispana en el noreste de Ohio.
Welcome to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. I'm Myra Rosario, and again, I'm so happy you could join us. Today, we have a very informative show lined up for you. We will be learning about the Hispanic Alliance Leadership Development Initiative, career trends for college grads. Those Dos Fronteras will be in studio cooking with some delicious Latino food, Mexican food, for us, and we will be taking you to visit a very hidden gem in the heart of the Latino community, one of the oldest and largest bookstores in the country. But first, we have with us this morning a special guest from the Cleveland Clinic, who is our health sponsor, Dr. Romero, to talk to us about Colon Cancer Awareness Month. How are you?
Gracias, Myra. Gracias por tenerme nuevamente.
Oh, thank you. Mira, ¿de dónde tú eres? ¿De qué país? ¿De dónde?
Soy de Puerto Rico.
Ajá.
Y estoy en Cleveland Clinic desde el 2011.
Oh, wow. Okay.
O sea que,
¿De qué parte de Puerto Rico?
soy del centro de la isla, natural de Sidra, Puerto Rico.
Okay, great. Now, March is Colon Cancer Month, and if you would share with our audience what that is, what that means, and...
So, colorectal cancer is the third leading cause of cancer, and it affects both men and women. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it's the second leading cause of cancer-related death.
Wow.
So, it's a pretty common cancer, and the thing is that it's really totally preventable.
Wow, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't even have any clue that would be the second, so I mean, this is very educational for myself. Yeah. What are some of the warning signs that people can pay attention to?
So you can watch for signs and symptoms. What I tell people is whenever you have these signs, it may be too late, but things to be watchful will be any change in the bowel habits, any change on the shape of the stool, any rectal bleeding, any dark stools, or any unintentional weight loss. But again, that may be too late in the disease. So our focus will be to try to get things early when we can do something about it.
If you don't mind, ¿tú puedes decirlo en español for our audience?
Sí, básicamente, el colon cáncer, ¿verdad? Los síntomas que se pueden presentar con ellos, cambio en el patrón de ir al baño, cambio en la forma de la excreta, sangrado rectal, pero enfatizando siempre que probablemente cuando veamos eso, pues ya probablemente es un poquito más tarde, ¿no?
Right, right.
And the way we want to kind of prevent that from happening is bring patients to have a colonoscopy in a timely manner. What that means is for everyone, regardless of any risk factors. At 50 years of age, you should have your first colonoscopy.
Wow, okay. So are there treatments for this, or can you share what that entails?
To emphasize, the best treatment will be prevention.
Right.
So get your colonoscopy early. Certainly there's a lot of advances in terms of the treatment, chemotherapies, but we don't need to get there.
Right.
It's a totally preventable disease. If we get a colonoscopy in time, you take whatever polyps, which are the growths that should not be there, and then when they grow big enough convert into cancer, done.
Okay. So we have some bilingual doctors at the Cleveland Clinic and some different services. Can you share with that?
Yeah, so in Lutheran Clinic, we have the Hispanic doctors, the Spanish-speaking physicians that do the colonoscopies and will take care of any gastrointestinal complaints. So if you have any signs or symptoms, you can certainly contact us.
Okay, great. Now, where can people go to get more information regarding?
So you can call us directly to the clinic, 216-363-2292, or go to the website, clevelandclinic.org/March 4th.
Okay, great. Now, before we go, if you don't mind sharing with our audience again this new clinic at Lutheran Hospital focused on Hispanic. Can you share that one more time?
So basically, you're going to get people like you,
Okay.
People who speak your own language, like you like the same food and have your same cultural background.
Right.
They speak like you. We have support staff that speak Spanish, and where we're trying to get there is to improve the patient experience and ultimately get people healthier.
Right in the heart of the Latino community.
Correct.
Thank you so much for coming again.
Thanks for having me.
For more information, you can also visit latinocleveland.com. Now, when we return, we will be learning about a fascinating leadership program, an opportunity for the Latino community, and we also have Cleveland State University that will also be talking to us about a leadership program. So make sure you stay tuned for Yo Soy Latino Cleveland right after this. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, and today we have a special guest from Cleveland State University, our education sponsor, to speak to us about career trends for college graduates. Mitzi Vázquez, how are you?
Good, how are you?
From the Office of Career Services.
Yes, it's actually Career Success Network now.
Oh, wow.
Yes, at Cleveland State University.
Great. Now, ¿de dónde tú eres? Where are you from? Where's your family from?
I am of Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian descent, and I identify culturally as Puerto Rican.
Yay. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's 27 different Latin cultures. We love, being and proud, Latino proud. So, Career Services, can you tell us more about CSU and their initiative there?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing at the Career Success Network is we're really looking at career readiness and career development from a holistic point of view, right? We're trying to assess our students and determining how ready they are to go into the workforce. And then we're also partnering with employers to create a database and actually a flow of work. Right. So the way we see it is we create the talent pipeline for Northeast Ohio, and our employers are partnering with us to capture that.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm sure there's some college grads face different challenges. Can you share with us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think right now, college graduates are really under a lot of pressure to prove the return on investment for their expense for higher ed. And we're seeing this trend really explode, right? We want to make sure that we can, one, cover our college loans, but also secure the job of our dreams and what we want. And what we're seeing really at a university level is that most of our students are waiting until they're graduating to come and see us. And what we're saying at Cleveland State is come and see us immediately. As soon as you get to campus, your feet hit the ground, come in and see us, and we're going to be able to help you, one, assess how ready you are to go into the workforce, but also give you the opportunities through internships, which, by the way, most of our internships, if not all, are paid positions. I know that's important for us.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
And also to just prepare you to be in the workforce.
Now, how has the workforce landscape changed since this initiative?
Well, what I can say about the workforce in general is that it's constantly changing. But the most exciting thing is that industries are facing really disruptive innovation, which is really great. So for example, in the past we would talk about technology in the workplace, and now we're seeing how technology drives certain industries in the way in which they do business. Healthcare is a perfect example.
Right, exactly. So are there any other trends that are, specific for different types of graduates?
Well, what we're finding is more of our students are going into entrepreneurial roles, right? They're creating their jobs and the things that that they want to really focus on. What we're finding is, that question is a little difficult to answer because a lot of the jobs that our graduates are going to be placed into don't even exist yet. They're creating them.
Well, I think it's impressive that you guys are helping the entrepreneurship. I mean, if you don't mind, exactly how do you help the entrepreneur?
Well, what we do is we first assess our students when they come in. We want to know how ready they are. What skills do they have? For example, a student may come in and be an excellent interviewer. So we don't need to focus as much on that. And then we're also assessing what they're good at, what they love to do. And then we're asking them to choose career lines. So we've utilized the workforce data in Northeast Ohio to create 15 career lines. And what we're saying to them is, you're getting a major, or you're majoring in English, you're getting a degree in English, but let's look at your skills and your talents and how you can use that. So that may be anything from a permanent position with an employer, or it can mean creating your own path.
Well, great. Well, I want to thank you for coming, Mitzi. And if people want to learn more information, can you share the website, please?
Absolutely. csuohio.edu/careers. Go on there. They can like our Facebook page. They can also follow us on Twitter.
Well, thank you. This is great. For more information, you can also visit latinocleveland.com. And now when we return, we'll be taking you to a very special spot in the heart of the community that I had an opportunity to visit the other day. So stay tuned. We'll be right back for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland after this. Hi, I'm Myra Rosario with Latino Cleveland, and I am so happy to be in a very, very special historical place right here in the heart of the community on West 25th. I'm here with John and Marilyn Zubel. Well, this is just an amazing place. Can you just tell us about Zubel Books and how you started?
Well, we've been on West 25th Street since 1973. We sell books now chiefly through the internet. We market books via Amazon and other sites, including our own website. We sell books to scholars, to collectors, to people who simply want to read something, to people who want self-help books or books in advanced engineering, economics, anthropology, history, and so on.
So, John, I was raised in this neighborhood, and I've probably driven by hundreds and thousands of times, and this is just an amazing gem. So can you tell us how many books you have in this building?
Well, between this building and the old Twinkie factory, we have an estimated 900,000 books currently. In the old days, we had an open store, and the books were arranged by categories: history with various subdivisions, economics, finance, anthropology, philosophy, religion, etc., etc., mostly scholarly and academic books, but not textbooks. When we began to sell on the internet, it became impossible to keep track of all the various categories of books, so we decided to organize the books according to numbers that the computer would assign.
Right.
When weather permits, we put out books for free for people to take. We put them out at our Mercer building, which is just next door.
Okay.
There's a ledge there, and if you see books out there in the morning, good weather, you're free to take them. We put out a lot of children's books and other books that are outside of our marketing scope. My wife and I effectively started this book company shortly after we got married. I discovered that she was going to have to leave her job to take care of a baby, our first daughter, Victoria. I had a job as a graduate assistant at John Carroll University, earning very little money. I think it was about $130 a week, but I had a book collection, a collection of books by the author of the Tarzan series, Edgar Rice Burroughs. So I decided, well, I had really read them all and I wasn't interested in maintaining the collection, so I issued a catalog and sold those books, and that became the nest egg from which our company grew. We realized about $8,000 in revenue from that collection.
Which would be equivalent to what now?
Well, I think somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000.
He would go out and get the books and bring them home, and he kind of convinced me. He was teaching at this time, see, so this was not our main source of income. Okay, and the house, now it's getting into the basement and it's filling up down there, and now we have some books in another room on the main floor. And I said to him at one point, and now we have kids and dogs, once the books get into the bedroom, I'm leaving. Had garages that we rented in other places, and then at one point he said, I think I found a place on 25th Street.
Well, I think it's an amazing thing to be able to have one of the largest old bookstores in the world right here on West 25th in the heart of the Latino community. So thank you for having us.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And we do sell Spanish language books.
Right. So where
quite
could a
few.
person buy your books?
You go to our website first, www.zubalbooks.com or simply zubal.com. Otherwise, our books are available through Amazon. A certain part of our books are open to the public, and we welcome browsers in normal business hours, but not at lunchtime, because we all take lunch between 12 and 1.
Well, John, I want to thank you for having us. And if you want to learn more about location or where to buy these books, you can log on to latinocleveland.com. Now make sure that you stay tuned for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, and I'm excited to have with us this morning Juan Molina, the Executive Director of the Hispanic Alliance, who is here to tell us about a unique opportunity and to talk to us also about the development of the Hispanic community, the Hispanic Alliance. We have a lot to catch up on.
Yes, we do.
Welcome.
Muy buenos días. Muchas gracias por la oportunidad de estar aquí con ustedes hoy.
No, gracias. Now, can you share with our audience about the Hispanic Alliance? ¿Qué ustedes hacen allá?
Absolutely. One of the things that distinguishes the Hispanic Alliance from other Latino organizations is that we do not provide direct services to the community. We are a policy-focused organization made up of members throughout the Cleveland area. We have 22 core organizational members and 13 individual members. And so our purpose is to look at policy issues, legislation, public policy, and how it is that it impacts the Latino community.
Yeah, that's big work.
It is a lot of work.
Now, you have a unique opportunity for our audience, or for young professionals, right?
That's absolutely right.
Yeah,
We're
please.
very, very proud to have the Hispanic Alliance Leadership Development Initiative, HALDI. We will be graduating our third cohort this May. We'll be graduating 15 middle management and emerging Latino leaders to go on to the next step. This came about because there was a need in the Cleveland metropolitan area to have Latinos with the necessary skill sets to be able to sit on boards, to be able to sit on commissions, and to represent not just the uniqueness of the Latino community, but to also to contribute to the organizations that they would be sitting on those boards of, to assure that they're meeting those needs in a way that's equitable and relevant. We will be beginning our fourth cohort this fall. And so there is a website that I hope is being generated now on the screen that they can log on to. It's www.haldicleve.org. That's HALDI.org. So that's HALDI.
What are some of the criterias for someone to be a part of it?
Well, we do require a 1 day a month intensive all-day session. So clearly they would need to get the proper permission from their employer. There is a fee, and for our fourth cohort, our fee will be $300 for the entire sessions. There are 8 sessions with a graduate orientation in August, graduation in May, and so we have 8 intensive sessions in between the months of August and May. We have a very structured curriculum with Compass Consulting that does the academic side, and then the Hispanic Alliance does the cultural side. And this is very important because what we stress is how is it that we use the uniqueness of our Latino-ness to be able to contribute to the leadership development of these young folks coming up today in the leadership marketplace.
Okay, so the application process before we go, they log on to the website. How do they apply?
Well, the criteria is on the website. There is an application online that they can download and then send it to us via email. We need a copy of their resume. We would need 2 reference letters, and of course, a written permission from their employer that they would be participating. And also, of course, it's a commitment on their time as well, in terms of the readings and the participation in the monthly sessions.
Right. Now, I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of it myself, so thank you for the program. And we will be including that link on latinocleveland.com. Now, when we get back and when we return, Los Dos Fronteras will be in studio cooking in the kitchen some delicious Latino dishes from Mexico. So stay tuned. We'll be right back for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland. Welcome back to Yo Soy Latino Cleveland, and we're here in the kitchen with Javier from La Dos Fronteras.
Las Dos Fronteras. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mucho
How are
gusto.
you?
Gracias por invitarnos a tu programa.
Oh, gracias. ¿De dónde tú eres?
Del estado de Puebla, al sur de México.
Okay, pues welcome. Mira, tú cocinaste algo para nosotros, ¿eh?
Bueno, hoy a lo que vengo es a representar el restaurante. El señor don Adrián Valdés, usted sabe que es el dueño.
Sí, sí.
Ajá. De hecho, yo traigo un típico, ¿cómo diría yo? Este es el platillo.
Lobster?
Sí,
Your lobster?
es una
And clams
mano de
or
langosta.
oysters?
Yeah.
Right.
Y
So it's a seafood-based soup. Okay.
Nosotros lo llamamos como 7 mares.
Ajá.
Ajá.
Okay.
Es un platillo que ahora en el restaurante se tiene como en especial.
Ajá.
Y pues de hecho también es la segunda especial que tengo es una carne asada.
Okay. So grilled steak.
Grilled steak con
With
rice and beans y todo.
avocados and baked
Abogado,
beans.
sí.
Now this is really authentic Mexican food.
Auténtico mexicano,
Right.
auténtica comida mexicana.
Okay.
De hecho
Y aquí
también
tiene-
tengo una chimichanga ensalzada,
Oh,
que
nice.
supuestamente es un platillo también muy tradicional.
Okay. So chimichangas.
Chimichangas.
¿Y qué tú
Y
tienes
estos
acá?
son unos taquitos, una serie de tacos que que de hecho vienen con...
Esto de carne molina.
Este es del pastor. Es un especial que tenemos en la casa de pastor, carne asada y lengua.
Oh, okay.
Lengua,
So lengua de qué?
Lengua de res. Sí.
Okay, so you also make your own sauce y todo eso. So where are you guys located? I know you're located in
Sí, estamos ubicados en el 3292 de la Fulton Road.
Okay, off of Fulton Avenue.
Sí, ahí mero ahí estamos ubicados.
Okay. So, tú tienes otra comida, tú tienes esto flan.
Ajá,
Okay,
ese es un flan que es también un homemade, como se le dice aquí en Estados Unidos.
Right.
Ajá, que si gusta probarlo, lo podemos...
Yeah, dame. I'd love to try it. Yeah, absolutely.
Ahora vamos a buscar.
You know, I'll definitely try these tacos, though, because this is definitely a hand food.
Ese es el de carne asada que supuestamente se le dice. A ver, ¿dónde está el...?
Wow. That was really good. Very different. So is there any customer favorites at the restaurant?
Así es. Mire.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ahí lo tenemos.
So, where's your address again? ¿De dónde?
La address estamos ubicados en la 3292 Fulton Road.
Okay.
Esquina con Carlisle.
Okay, so 3292 Fulton Avenue is where you can find them. And you also have a website or Facebook as Las Dos Fronteras. Gracias por venir.
No, al contrario, gracias por la invitación.
No problem. Okay. For more information about today's episode or any of our previous episodes, you can log on to latinocleveland.com. Next week, we're going to have a fun-filled show, again, informative and fun, scheduled for you. So make sure you stay tuned. And don't forget, we're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. So make sure you check us out for more Yo Soy Latino Cleveland.